If I could only give you one piece of advice to improve your communication, it would be this. Now, it's not something you'd necessarily expect. I'm not going to start getting you to hold yourself in a certain way, talk in a certain way. Speed and volume are all important, but what we have to focus on sits within intention, but not your own intention. It's your audience's. What you have to put on them is the assumption of positive intent. If you're driving down the road and somebody pulls out in front of you, you can react violently and aggressively and angrily and think that they are the biggest dick in the world for pulling out. Or you can take a breath and assume positive intent. Maybe they're on the way to the hospital. Maybe something has happened that has forced them to drive erratically. Maybe they've had a bad morning, and we all have some of them. Now, by assuming positive intent in that situation, we give ourselves a break. We don't get angry, we don't get het up, we don't ruin our own day, we don't go into work all wound up. We take a breath, and we think, I hope they're going to be all right. It's not just for driving. The other day I was working with a client who was struggling with one of his own clients, a big client, somebody he didn't want to lose. He wasn't paying. He could quite easily have reached out and got in touch, but he was worried. He assumed that they were struggling. He assumed that they didn't want to pay him. He assumed negative intentions. And so he didn't send the email. He didn't call them. He didn't speak to them. Just by changing your mindset on intention of the audience, of the person that you're speaking to, you're able to change what you can do and feel comfortable in doing. Straight away, he changed his mindset on their intent. Oh, they just forgot. And he sent an email. Hi, don't know if you've seen this. And then he spoke to them when he saw them at the gym. Hi mate, I think you've missed something. He was paid the next day. There was no big uproar, there was no big problem. And actually, they respected him more for just getting in touch. He still got that client and he feels more confident about his relationship with them. We can do the same thing when we're speaking, when we're presenting, when we're communicating in any way, when we're negotiating, definitely. The assumption of positive intent can be incredibly powerful. It releases you to control the situation in a way that feels positive. It allows you to say the things that you worry about saying. It allows you to be a little bit cringe because we assume people will like it. Yeah, there's a fear that they won't. But once we get past it and we start to see the outcomes of our actions, we start to see that this is worthwhile.